It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. Hi, everyone. This is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. So tonight, we're doing things just a wee bit differently. So I have Frank here in the studio with me, and Tammy is off-site being able to answer your questions. I'm not going to be able to answer your questions live tonight, so Tammy's going to do her best to answer you along the way. And if there is anything that we missed at all along the way, we will be following up with you. And then next week, we will all be together again, and it will just be fabulous. But I promise you, tonight's program is super, super exciting, so you aren't going to be sad at all. So tonight we're sharing with you our Patchworks exclusive club that we call Moda University. Now, what is that? Well, that is a taster club that we share with you all the latest and greatest that has come to us from Moda over the past month, as well as some projects and inspiration. Our club members are offered 12 packs that are available in either the fat eighth size or fat quarter size. So 12 fat eighths is 1.5 yards, 12 fat quarters is 3 yards. The monthly membership fee is $24.99 for the fat eighth size, $44.99 for the fat quarter size. You get handouts and inspiration and a great Moda discount every single day. Joining for the year, we have some special discounts for you as well, and it is not too late to still sign up. And if there's something that you just see tonight that you have to have, you love, 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 please let us know, because we'd be more than happy to hook you up with things from this month only. So what we're going to do is we are going to get started and talking about our new featured fabric lines of the month. So Frank, let's take a peek overhead. So we are going to look here at our 3 first fabrics that we have to choose from. So we have Tulip Tango by Robin Pickens, available in the fat eighth or fat quarter size. A selection of Twinkle by April Rosenthal. Now this is a brand new basic from April Rosenthal, and I just love, love, love the little stars that are in there. We'll take a peek at all the fabrics in just a moment. And then we have this really great fabric line from Creative Bug. It's super cute, and we're going to talk about all the different fabrics that are in here. It's just super, super cute. I love the rainbows. Then we have 2 more, because you know, you can never have enough. Now, for those of you that are Moda Club members, always remember you can choose from either one of the beautiful fabric lines that we're sharing with you, or we can also share with you some of the fabrics from our what we call our Moda buffet. So we also want to share this month the orange color builder stash builder pack here, that we go from our light golds to oranges all the way to the bright, bright orange. So this is a patchwork curated collection that includes grunges and thatched, and the grunge hits the spot with the stars. We have some spark here, some featured fabric lines, some spotted. Oh my goodness, so amazing. So it's always good to have all of the different little color builder packs at your disposal so that you can just build different projects along the way. And then we have a reprise of our The Sea and Me from Stacy Eats Shoe. We have something super special to share with you today, a little bit later in our program. And so we wanted to bring back this pack to feature for you so that you could be able to select this one, because you will see the gorgeous fabrics that we have to share. So we're going to get started about talking about the beautiful Tulip Tango that is behind me. And so the beautiful Tulip Tango that we have this gorgeous new Robin Pickens line, and we have 3 different patterns from Robin in stock to choose from. And Karen went ahead and made this gorgeous quilt for us. It is called Tightrope. And Tightrope is one of the quilts that's available. Let me see if I can grab it here. So Tightrope is a pattern that has 2 different sizes. It is a 48 by 57 wall lap size or a 66 by 68 large size. Now we went ahead and made the 66 by 68 large size, and that's behind us. You can't see the whole quilt here, but the cool thing about this is that this is jelly roll, layer cake, or fat quarter, fat eighth friendly. But if you're using that jelly roll, these are 2.5-inch strips. So it's super, super fun and easy to go together. We used a thatched tier for our background, and Frank has more of this thatched on order. It's really, really cool. We have a little bit in stock. It is so popular though, so if you had wanted to make it just like Karen and we run out, don't worry, we have a ton on order and we'd be more than happy to hook you up. The color that we're using for the background is, the dark is, dark uses Thatched Shadow, and then we used the washed linen here for our pluses. So the pattern is $12, has both sizes, and it does show both a light and dark version available. Really nice. Another pattern that we have available for you is the Crisscross Kisses. And let me show you that pattern here. That is, oops, this one right here, Crisscross Kisses. It has 2 different sizes as well. So we have a lap, which is a 63.5 by 63.5 using fat eighths. So that would be perfect for a fat eighth pack. And then there also is a 96-inch option, and that is a square using fat quarters. Heidi had snuck in this week. She came back from her honeymoon and whipped up this gorgeous, gorgeous block. Now this is a single block that we made with our fat eighth pack from this particular quilt. Now it is, or from this particular fabric line, it is a 4-purchase pattern called Tulip Season. So Tulip Season has 2 sizes as well. Are you sensing a theme here? Robin goes ahead and makes sure she packs in all sorts of information into her patterns. So the small version is 65 by 68 and the large is 85 by 91. And you can see that pattern here. Once again, it's a $12 pattern. We have those in stock, and it is really a quick and fun and easy. And Frank takes up, let's take a look overhead at this. So we are going to look at tulips a few different ways today. And this is a 4-purchase pattern. This is a strip piece here. We're not going to go through all of the details to make this particular one, but know that you have connector corners here. And I know you know how to make connector corners, where you take your rectangles and you sew squares on them with that diagonal seam, okay? It's important on these connectors, since it is such contrasting fabric, that you go ahead and cut away your back fabric so that you don't have that shadow come through. Also, when you're working on a project like this, remember that you have a left and a right side. So you're going to want to stay organized so that you have the mirror images going on. Your leaves are very simply constructed as well with these connector corners. And then I love this detail here of how the leaf kind of curves out. Love, love, love how this connector works with the background with that little connector of the leaf fabric. And then we have that gorgeous stem. What's super spectacular about this is that you have these cool flying geese on the outside. Heidi's going to go ahead and quilt this up for us, but we just wanted to whip it out so that you could see it for our program here. She did include a note for me, and if you are going to make it just like this, you are of course going to need the pattern to make your flower and the border. But for this inner border, you are going to cut it for the sides 3.5 by 16, and for the top and bottom 3.25 by 12.5. So what's really important here for you to know is that it's okay to vary the width of your borders in order to have it fit an outer border that's pieced or such. So there are no rules. You absolutely can have irregular sized borders in order to have your quilt work. So that is super fun. Let's take a little bit greater in-depth look at this fabric because it is super, super pretty. So we have the jelly roll and charm pack and layer cake of these fabrics. We also have this manufacturer's packed fat quarter tower. Now the reason why I got this is that some of these quilts, like Tulip Season, call for a fat quarter stack of the whole thing. Now we make a lot of our stacks here, but I thought because this was essentially a kit for this, you just needed some background to go with it, I would go ahead and grab a bunch of these. We still have a bunch left, but we've already sold a few because everybody's been asking about this highly anticipated fabric line. The fat quarter tower is $107.99 and it has 30 different prints in it. Let's take a peek overhead at those gorgeous fabrics. So I'll leave these pre-cuts for you to look at while I grab the fabric. And we've also made some half-yard towers. So I'm going to be showing you our half-yard cuts that Lisa left out for me to share with you. So looking at this feature piece, this focus piece, one thing that Robin's known for are these gorgeous florals, and this tulip does not disappoint. So it's available in several different colorways, and I love, love, love. Did I say I love it? I love the green with these gorgeous, gorgeous reds on here. And, you know, it's been a little chilly, and so it's really nice to have some gorgeous florals to look at and to think forward to spring. Now, instead of having new thatched, what Robin did this time is that she had, Frank, what do we call this? Do you know? Is it just like spots on thatched? We don't remember what it's called. That's okay. So it is spots on thatched. I am not sure if this is going to be a new basic, if they're going to add colors or such. All I know is that this is the coordinating textured solid to go with it. Of course, this goes with Robin's traditional thatched. We have a great leaf print that works as a stripe, a small tulip, line work, nice paisley, and then we're going into the grays. And so we have these nice darks here. And you can tell that the background is this same spotted texture as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So we did, of course, order a lot of this fabric. However, as you can imagine, this is going to fly off the shelves. So you are going to want to let us know, did you want to have any fat quarter, half yard, any pre-cuts? Tammy is sharing a link here of this fabric collection if she hasn't already, and you want to make sure to either secure it online, let us know that you need some of this, or hop on in. And then I'm going to fill in between here with the gorgeous lights. So we have the traditional light background here. Oh, just one is prettier than the next. So I love, love, love this. And in this delicate, dainty background, you can see here that there's butterflies and buds, just so pretty. So thank you for indulging me in looking at this gorgeous fabric. And let's see what her selvage says. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. Lady Bird Johnson. So gorgeous. Thanks for the inspiration, Robin. Robin does a really great job with all of the Moda quilt-alongs. If you don't look at her blog or her Facebook, I encourage you to do so. She does some really great color stories, and I learn a lot from her when I read her entries, and I highly recommend that you do as well. So that's Robin Pickens. We have a great selection of Carolina lilies and other previous collections in our front foyer. We put them all together, and I would think that you might want to shop for them together. I know at least one of you are making your block bonanza from Robin Pickens Fabrics, and because we have this pink in here, you might want to stop back, Kayla, and take a peek at the additional fabric offerings that we have to share. So I hope you like the Tulip Tango as much as I do. Lots of fun projects to be made with that. Next up, we are going to take a peek at the gorgeous creativity shell fabric here that is in gorgeous rainbows. So this is bright and vibrant. I don't know if you remember that there was a love bug pattern that we talked about a little while ago, and that's a great project that was developed by this designer to create these stuffed round pillows that look kind of like a ladybug so that you can create hugs, quilted hugs for people. So that is the designer, and I love this second fabric collection that she has together. We don't have any pre-cuts right now, right, Frank? No layer cakes or charm packs came in, right? But we have this gorgeous fabric for you. Now there are, not everything's quite in sync, so we may or may not be getting some. It's just we have all of the yardage right now, and we did get the full collection. So the full collection has 30 different fabrics in it. And this rainbow stripe here is not just a rainbow, but it says, "You are loved." Oh my goodness. This is just so amazing. It's my favorite piece. I love it. I love, love, love it. So every one of these scroll pieces does have the script, "You are loved," in the squiggly lines. So that is super cool. You can either leave it traditionally, the very vibrant red, orange, green, yellow, blue, or you can pop in the pink. This particular print is available in several colorways. So Creativity Glows by Creativity Shell. We have, let's see if you can see this, multicolor X's. Really, really nice. We also have some stars. Text. We have our oranges, yellow, green, this great clamshell, some sedate blue, just kind of quiets it down, kind of like a gray without being gray, a more vibrant blue. We have a lot of white background fabrics here. That makes me think about like some candies or beads. You could either use all of these together, or you could choose using just the light backgrounds or the dark backgrounds with solid colors here, which would be gorgeous. This is also available with, so here we have a few components that are black and white with a little bit of gray here. And then we have the dark background. Love the dark backgrounds. So I don't have anything made up with this collection. We have a lot of great plans for some things, and be waiting for some 12-pack patterns to be paired with this really fun fabric line here. We did bring in this particular pattern here, Rainbow Waves. I had seen it done up with these print fabrics. This pattern is available in the front foyer right by the fabrics. It is $10. It is a beginner-friendly pattern and can be done with a variety of fabrics. Simply with 2 connector corners on each of the pieces to get this really super cool pattern. So that is available in stock. So we of course have our fat stack and fat 1/8 pack here, and you can see that we've stuck to really the rainbow colors for this so that you could pair it with a background to be able to have a really sweet project. Lots of bright fabric this month, just in time for spring. If spring ever comes, right? But you know, it's getting warm, so let's just forget about the cold that we had earlier in the week. And this weekend is just going to be great. We're going to take a peek now at the new April Rosenthal fabric. And for April Rosenthal, you might remember this super cute star. So she called it Twinkle, and we have the rainbow colors that we shared with you. And so our stack that we chose for our fat stack and skinny stack for the month are all of the fabrics that have a white star. She has some white backgrounds with colored stars in here too. So let's take a peek overhead and just take a look at all 17 gorgeous fabrics. So we have red and orange and yellow, light green, dark green, light blue, dark blue, purple, pink. Of course, we have our neutrals. We have black and gray and a white on white. And then we have white background, gray star, white background, spring star. Let's see if we can see that here. Isn't that cute? Those pastel stars. Oh, so cute. Then we have a patriotic star here. And there's a titch of silver metallic in this star. Really cute. Well, if we're going into the holidays, we need to have a Christmas star. A little bit of metallic in there. And then, of course, saving the best for last, the Halloween star. So speaking of the Halloween star and April Rosenthal, we do have some of the Midnight Magic 2 fabrics, which is being featured in the Midnight Magic 2 quilt along. So let us know if you need us to hook you up with that if you've been playing along. All of the fabrics are in stock and they are reorderable as well. We'll see how popular they are to see if we continue to restock them. However, we are calling them a basic, and so we have that basic sticker on them. Remember, our basic sticker indicates it is reorderable. So if you're looking for a fabric that you need 1 billion yards of, okay, or maybe like 20 yards, we'd be more than happy to hook you up with that. So always check for those bolts that have the basic sticker on them. Our orange pack here coordinates with our Aurifil Color Builder series that you'll be seeing later this month. And so that has been the inspiration behind the choice of the color that we choose every month has been based on the color of the thread box. If you wanted to collect all of the colors throughout the year, make sure to either choose or grab an extra pack. We always are more than happy to hook you up with extra packs. And if you're watching and aren't a club member, always know you can simply say, I want that stack, and we would be more than happy to sell it to you. Okay, now I have something super special to show you. We are going to go to the front because I have a great trunk show for you from Stacy Shu that she has sent to go with the C and Me. Come along with me. So now we're in the front foyer and I want to show you the beautiful trunk show that we have from Stacy Shu for her beautiful The C and Me fabric. We shared this fabric last month with you, however, we didn't have anything to go with it. So we're bringing it forward again to be able to share. So let's take a peek at the beautiful quilts that we have here. So first off, this one here, this is the Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea is a 74 by 74 inch quilt, and you can see that there's the fishies and little bubbles. Really simple construction, but very effective. I love how this goes together, and you could have these fish be as scrappy or matchy as you like. So here we have the beautiful corals and the blue. Now, one of the things that I really love about the corals and about a lot of Moda fabric in general is that Moda goes with Moda. You've heard me talk about that before. So I want to share here how this Terrytown, which is a ruby star, see how that goes with this? So I love how you can mix and match and have everything go together to have the different designers play together. So I just had to show you that. So this particular pattern, we don't have any more in stock at the moment. They are $10 a piece, and the pattern size is 74 by 74 square. Let us know if you wanted us to put together a few fabrics to make this up very similarly to this. The other quilt that I want to share with you is Lil Whale. So Lil Whale has two colorways. So the one that we have on the wall is the beautiful blue. Oh, I mean, this Lil Whale is just so, so cute. So it's a 54 by 59 inch quilt. Super cute, super, super cute. Nice, tight colorway. You can do it all in one colorway, or you could mix it up. And here is the coral version. Love it, love it, love it. Same quilt, different colorway. What do you think? Which one is your favorite? I think I love them both, but I really like that blue one. I could also see it in like some deep, deep blue. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe some gray, blue and gray. Blue and gray would be great. So this is also a pattern that retails for $10. Let us know if you need to get one, and we can arrange to have one in stock for you. Probably by next week, we'd be able to have it in stock. I'm just going to set this up here. I also want to show you the panels because Stacy has amazing, amazing panels, right? And the panel she has for her book, it is a 36 by 58 inch panel of fabric. And when you sew it together, it's an activity book, and I love the dimension here, and Frank's zooming in for us. Thanks so much, Frank. And every little component you can do things with. So I love, love, love here how this goes together. So this is something you would want to make for the wee ones in your life. This may not be the best option for sewing along with them, but really fun to play, really fun to work with. If you are making this for a very tiny person, you would want to make sure to only sew things on. You wouldn't want to add any buttons or embellishments. That would be a challenge. And I know that a few of you have also commented in that you've added the little crinkly paper texture stuff. Oh, look at this little crab guy. And on the back. Another spectacular, spectacular little fabric book here. Nice and soft. And then we have the dolls. And the dolls are all, this is the second panel. Both of these panels retail for $13.49 each. They give you the instructions on how to put them together. And this doll panel has 3 dolls on it. And, you know, pretty little mermaids all like to play together. So you have the mermaid doll and her mermaid tail. These dolls work together, so if you have other dolls, the clothes match. So that's really spectacular as well. And you have a little purse for each of the dolls. And they have a little pet. Isn't that cute? So we have a seahorse here. And these go together really, really easily. And there's just a little elastic waist here for them. You could have fun and you could, oh, it's just so cute. And so we have 3 dollies, each with their little purse and each with their little friends swimming along, playing on the beach. And then there's also finger puppets. When we were pulling them out today, We were having fun with our little finger puppets. So this is the Sea and Me. So beautiful, so fun, so whimsical. You can choose one of the 12 packs in either the fat eighth or fat quarter size if you choose. We also have yardage. We have some coordinating fabric packs that go with them. And because Moda goes with Moda, you can see just how beautifully it blends along with some other collections. So now we're going to head on back to our main table and take a look at what else I have to share with you. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thanks so much, Stacy, for sending those quilts. We'll have those available in our front foyer for your viewing pleasure for a few weeks. If you want to stop on by. What I wanted to do was share with you and just do a recap quick of the patterns that are available. So we can order in any of the patterns for this line if we don't already have them in stock. The Deep Blue Sea is the fish quilt we talked about, and that's 74 by 74. That is a $10 quilt. We have the Fishtails, which is 62 by 62. We didn't have that one available to share with you. That is a $10 quilt, and it is super cute. Lil Whale, so it's a twofer, and I had said, you know, it would be fun to do in all sorts of fabrics, so you could mix up those whales. That is a 54 by 59, a $10 pattern. And then we have the Sea Sampler. We had kitted this up. We can kit up more. I think we already sold out, but we'd be able to kit it again. It's 57 by 67, and it is super, super cute. We also have those awesome panels available. I'm sure Tammy has included a link to the line for us so that you'd be able to hook up and purchase any of that you like. All right, well, since we've been talking tulips, we're going to hop back and talk about more things tulips, okay? Because, you know, are you ready for flowers? I'm ready for flowers. Do you know what? Okay, so I started things from seed this year because I'm so excited about the growing season this year. And so I started with like a few seeds in March, and then Frank got me some grow lights for my seeds. And well, my seedlings have been growing and been really, really successful. And so then I've been starting to repot them. And so these seedlings have overtaken our kitchen, okay? It's pretty exciting. I'm really excited. We're going to have some great vegetables this year and hopefully a couple flowers. But anyhow, it has me thinking about tulips and flowers and all these great things. And I just wanted to show you different tulip things. So I gathered all sorts of different things. We have had hanging in the store this super cool Dutch Girl table runner. This is from Trendy Table 2 by Anka's Treasures. Isn't this pretty? So we talked about it a couple years ago, but I thought I would bring it back. So Trendy Table 2, that's this book right here. We have it in stock. It's $21. It has 15 different patterns. I know a bunch of you have this book already because we've just love it. And it appears here on page, it's called Dutch Girls. It's on page 21. And I'm just going to run through some basic parts of it here. So it is fat quarter, fat eighth friendly. It is 19¼ by 56 inches long. And don't be scared about this pointed edge, okay? Because for binding it, you're just turning corners, okay? So don't be scared about these pointed edges, and a table runner is a great way to try out some new techniques. So I'm going to pull out the demo boards that we had done for you a couple years ago with this project. See, I love our step out boards. I love them. So Frank, let's look overhead. So you can see how easy this is, that we just have some components. We have connector corners. Okay, so for our leaves here, we have some connector corners. And then we're putting it together with some stems. For the tulips, I think it's super cute because you have this kind of log cabin-y thing going on, and then you're turning it on point and making it into a compound triangle. And then you're doing some fancy stuff here with putting on some big triangles and some connectors on it. So Heather always really breaks things down for you and likes to have you work with nice, easy shapes rather than trying to do some weird geometries. You might have a little bit of waste, but any waste that you have is well worth it because of the interesting geometries you achieve. And then for the rest of the block, for the rest of your flower here, you just are doing some basic straight sewing that you chop down to put together. Okay, so let's take a look at this table runner again. Super cute, and you can see here how you have the two different size tulips on each side here, and I love, love, love how they come together and you have that really cool vine. We finished it out with some springy fabric that we had available at the time. Since we now have really awesome tulip fabric, I think it would be amazing if you had one of those small tulip prints on the outside here. And instead of being purple and plum here, you could have it be the gorgeous colors of our Tulip Tango that we have available this year. But that's not all. I have another tulip project for you. It is inspired by the palette of the season, and if you watch us every week, you might have already seen this quilt. So let's go on over and check this out. So we have here the palette of the season, Spring Sherbet, done up in batiks. You can absolutely use any fabrics that you like. This would be gorgeous in grunge. It would be gorgeous in the Tulip Tango. And we're going to talk just a little bit about this super fun tulip that we have here. So we do have the original kits available. The pattern is free and downloadable. Tammy's putting a link up here, and if you are a club member, the full pattern is going to be in your Moda pack. You'd be able to make it as a full-size quilt. You can also make a simple tulip that you could make as a wall hanging. You could make it as a runner. All sorts of options. I know you love options, and we love to build your toolkit. So this quilt, full size, finishes 67 by 72. And you know what? If you were doing it in the Tulip Tango fabric, don't you think it would be incredible? I mean, like incredible to have one of those big floral prints on the outside. I think it would be amazing. Okay, I'm going to pull up the storyboards so that we can take a peek at how simple these blocks go together. They're a little tedious. There's a little bit of cutting involved. And but once again, simple connectors go together really nice. Let's see here. I'm gonna come up and show you. So, do I have it focused the right way? Here we go. I'm just peeking over Frank's shoulders here so that I can see it. All right. So you can see here. Let me see, can I get it straight? Da, 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 da. Maybe I go back to the front. So we have, thank you, Frank, simple half square triangles here that we use our quick quarter ruler to make. Make some half square triangles. We're also going to be making flying geese with connector corners. You can do that. Nothing new here. For this super cute heart in the center, you're just going to be making smaller connector corners. And once again, this is important to have left and right to have your two sides of your heart. Okay. After you have your little heart together, you are going to build the base of your flower here. And so we are going to put this little heart here, put a top and a bottom, side to side. It's going to end up being this shape here. You know, these connector corners are just fabulous for helping with our tulips. Those nice zigzag edges of the tulip. So we're going to connector corner this. And then the half square triangle comes in with the edges that we are making here. So for the top and for that extra top of the flower. To finish building the base, we're just going to connector corner this strip. So once again, we need to make sure we have a left and a right. These boards are available in the shop if you want to see them up close. I'm going to grab the next board here. We're going to talk about the stems a little bit. So the stems we're going to start with half square triangles, and then we're going to have that compound connector on here. So we have a half square triangle that we're then going to add just this little connector corner, and then it gives us that illusion of that stem coming out. And doesn't it look like we've pieced in this really difficult piece? But we haven't. Left and right, so that you have that V. You can do it in multiple colors. Green, red. You could do different shades of green if you wanted it to be a little bit more lifelike. If you're like, I don't have red stems, red leaves, I want this to be all green stems, you totally can do that. And putting it all together, you have the half square triangle and the flying geese that we made in the very, very beginning. You have the heart house block that is the middle of your tulip. You have the left and the right of your flower. You're going to stitch them together like that. Then you have the leaves that you made that you're going to put together with background, leaf, leaf, stem, background, leaf, leaf. Put it all together for a very giant, nice flower. Love, love, love this flower. You can either make the quilt just as shown, or you could make a whole bunch of just tulips for your Tulip Tango and then frame it with the gorgeous Tulip Tango fabric. So all sorts of really amazing tulip options for you this month. Let's hop on back to our main table to wrap it up and do a recap of what we talked about tonight. So we had a lot of fun talking about all sorts of really amazing things. We had talked about tulips in several different ways. We have the Tulip Tango and Robin Pickens amazing patterns. We have in the store, we have the pre-cut friendly. We have her, I set it aside, the other tulip pattern, the Tulip Season. We talked about Dutch Girl from Trendy Table 2. We talked about the palette of the season that I just shared with you. We also talked about the great options from Stacy E. Shu for the Sea and Me and the really cute and whimsical seafaring patterns that were available. All of the fabrics that you've seen here are available in stock, in store. Tammy has included links for you as well. We continue to share amazing show and tell on our Patchworks Party Facebook group that I encourage you to join. Just ask a couple membership questions from you to make sure that we don't have bots coming in and spamming us with all sorts of weird advertising. If you like to watch us all the time and you find it's really hard to watch us on Facebook to find all the previous episodes, remember we have all of our content on our YouTube channel. And on our YouTube channel, it is also a little bit easier to find all of the different content that we've had over the past couple years. Make sure to ask any questions that you have along the way. We'll make sure to answer them on Friday if we aren't able to get to you yet tonight. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Make sure to tune in every Thursday night for Must Sew TV. This is Julie from Patchworks. Happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.